What is going on, YouTube? We are back with another video, and this one might be our biggest, if not biggest video ever. We are in Gus's content room, whatever you guys want to call it. Comment a name down below because we have a full room that's going to be totally dedicated to Gus, fish care, tanks, everything. Comment names you want down below because all I got right now is the Gus content room, so I don't know if that's good, bad, but comment down below what you think this place should be called. But right now, I just set up this small tank right here. I'm thinking it's gonna be like a bait tank. If not, we keep like some crawfish, bluegill in there. Something that we can have to feed Gus whenever he gets hungry. That way I don't have to be running to the pet store or the bait shop every so often. But in today's video, the main thing is gonna be the 300-gallon tank and setting that up and getting that prepared for Gus. So right now, I need to do the whole plumbing, which I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you the sump and how I do the plumbing. And then we are just going to work on the whole thing, hopefully add some sand and add some water today. Alright, like I said, I was going to show you guys the sump. Ignore the heavy glare. I actually have a video showing you guys the whole sump a little bit better. So I'm going to play that right now. Our first addition to this 75-gallon sump is actually going to be something that came along with the 300-gallon tank, and we did not want to put it to waste. So it is a little system where water comes in through the top and goes through the filtration right up here. And what you saw in the video before was everything that's right in here, and then it goes through the biofilter system right here. And that's really all it does, comes out into the tank. And this is what we are going to be adding first, right here. The last video, we have 3 big sponge filters in for this tank. And if you're wondering how they're gonna fit, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have one right there, one right here, and then we're gonna have one go down the side right here. So we're left with a look like this. We're gonna get it in the tank real quick and show you what that looks like. Right here, we got 2 different Simplicity 3200 DC pumps for your tank. A lot of the times you only need one of these, but I decided to go the safe route, go with 2. That way we have a ton of cycling going on through the tank. With these, our 300-gallon tank will be cycling, I believe, over 1,000 gallons of water every hour. So with these, all we're doing is we're setting them one right there. The tube will go over to the overflow over there. And then the other one will go right there. And this tube will go on into the overflow over there. Alright guys, as you saw, the video in the sump is all right there. And what we are going to be doing is we are going to be doing the piping for our overflows in the back of the aquarium. So they're going to be attached to that piece and right over there. And we're going to start attaching them. We only got a couple pieces, so this really shouldn't be too difficult. But I'm going to walk you guys step through step on how to set it up. The first piece we are starting off with is the pump. This is what is pushing the water back into the tank. Also, sorry guys, I'm doing my best to record by myself, but there is 2 holes. I'll show you guys. 2 holes down below in this spot. This one will go on the very outside hole. Let's see if I can get it in there. Right there, and it should stick like that. And then we'll have one pump shooting out like that, and then one back this way. Alright, we got that one back in there a little bit better. Now we got our big tube, and this is where the water is going to be running through, going down the tube and down to the sump. So this one is going to go in the other hole, and we're going to get that one in there. Let's see if I can get it. Just like that. So the final look should look a little bit like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down below and start attaching all these pieces into the sump and the return tube back right up here. Alright guys, I decided to take out the return pipe, but the next step is that we are going to start screwing these bottom pieces on, and this is one of the most important steps, and that is because this causes the tank to leak most of the time if you do not have it tight enough. So we are just tightening it up with my hand right now, but I'm going to come back with a wrench, tighten that completely up, and then I'm going to show you the next step for the tube to come down here and over into the sump. But remember, when you are putting both these in, to make sure to tighten that as much as you can. And we got both of the overflows complete. We got both the return pump and the exit pump completely screwed in. I even threw in a little water in the overflow to make sure none of it leaks. And so far, no leaks. Hopefully it stays like that. Now the next piece we are adding is the last little connector piece. It's connecting our exit pump all the way down into the sump. So really with this one, it's nice because we added this piece right here, and all we have to do is tighten it up onto that last little piece. So it'll be real easy. We're gonna do that, and then it's gonna be time to start cleaning that sand and get it in the tank. Alright guys, we just got done inside with all the tubing and everything for the 300-gallon tank. Now it's time to set up the sand. We're gonna be doing this before we fill it up with water. That just way we have it down in there. We don't have to worry about throwing it into the water, making a big old mess. So we're gonna be doing the sand first. We got 4 big bags of 50 pounds of substrate, and then we got our 2 buckets, which we are gonna be using to clean the sand first. So this is actually my first time as well seeing the sand. So we're taking our little cut and looking at it, it looks pretty nice. And right there is a better look at the sand. I think it looks amazing. We're gonna take it out of here, throw it in there, and we're gonna clean it off and move it down to the tank. There we go, guys. We got the water running through here. And we're just kind of mixing it around, trying to get all that old dust and bad stuff from the tank out of there. And we're just gonna let that run until this top water gets clear. Then we're gonna move it down to the tank. All right, y'all, it's looking pretty crystal clear, and I think it's perfect time to bring it down to the tank. So we're gonna turn off the hose, empty some of that water, and we're gonna go dump it into the tank. All right, we are back in the room. Ignore the sound of the hose outside. We got it running in another thing of sand, but it is time to finally add some substrate into the tank. There we go, guys. This is looking really good. There's a first little look at it. We're gonna start moving it out with our hand, spreading it all over. But we're gonna do this with the next 4 buckets. Hopefully it fills up the whole bottom of the tank, and then we'll update you guys when we got that done. There is the finished product, and I think it looks amazing. But right there is the issue for me. So we're gonna be adding a black tarp right now. So that should be super easy. We already have some little sticky pads on the back that we're just gonna stick it to, and it should lay pretty nice on the back. And this tank should be starting to come together very well. Then we're gonna start with water, which I'm a little nervous about the leaks, especially on carpet, but we'll see what happens. We'll get that tarp up, and then we'll start adding some water. And that's what we got for the back. I know it doesn't look the best because it's got a ton of wrinkles in it. Nothing we can really do there other than like maybe in the future we can paint it or something. But for now, I think that looks super good. Now it's time for the moment y'all been waiting for. We're gonna add water to this. Hopefully there's no leaks down below. I made sure everything's super tight, but now it's time to add some water. And we have it filling up in the tank. It's definitely gonna take quite a while to fill up 300 gallons, but this room is super nice because it's got a small window, and right around that area there is a place for a hose, so that makes it super nice for water changes and of course filling up the tank like we're doing now. So give it about 30 minutes and we should be around this area point. I'm gonna stop it and then fill up the sump, and then we're hopefully gonna get this thing rolling. Alright guys, so if you look behind me, the tank is probably 75% filled already, and it was faster than 30 minutes. It was maybe 20 minutes max. And I also decided to fill up the overflows just to check for any leaks down below. And it seems like it's all screwed in good. There's not a single leak. So right now we're just gonna wait for it to fill up to its max. We're gonna turn on the pumps and hopefully it works. And if it does, we're gonna have ourselves a working 300-gallon tank that Gus is gonna be ready to go into. Just like that, guys, the tank is totally complete and it's looking a lot better than I thought. I added some glass and lights up there and it is just looking perfect, like exactly how I wanted it to. It's still a little murky from the sand on the bottom and the hose water. I added a little bit of water clarity. Hopefully tomorrow morning that is looking good. But what we're going to do is we're going to let the tank sit for overnight at least. Make sure there's still no leaks down below. And hopefully this clears out. I'm going to show you what that looks like tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, and here we are 24 hours later. Well, not really 24 hours, but it's the morning time. And the tank held up great. It's still looking a little bit murky. That's why I added some water conditioner, some water clarity, also some stretch coat. This turned out amazing. Like, the room is starting to fully come together. We're still needing some stuff to put up on the walls. That's also why we opened a P.O. box. So if you guys have any fan art or anything you want up on the walls, maybe even inside of the tank, we have that open. I'll put that down in the description if you want to check it out. But guys, it is coming together. We got a couple more videos planned where we're going to be decorating it, cycling the tank, and of course moving Gus actually into this tank. But that's coming within the next few weeks, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. You stay tuned for that. But once again, thank you guys for watching this video. It means the world to me. I'm going to hopefully be posting more here on YouTube in the future. But with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one.